Hi, Peggy Hailstone, professional writer and grant consultant. In this video, I share 3 writing tips to improve your grant applications. Tip number 1 is upskill yourself in persuasive writing techniques. Persuasive writing convinces us to do something, think something, or be something. It's used in marketing to convince us to buy, in health campaigns to convince us to change our behaviour, and in fundraising campaigns to convince us to open our wallets. In the grant space, we use persuasive writing to satisfy funders that we will and can create effective change with their money on their behalf. So how do we do it? We use writing devices like repetition, statistics, and facts. These show that you're capable, credible, reliable, and professional. We also use what's called high modality language because this tells a funder that your project is certain rather than possible or probable. Some high modality words that are great to use in grant applications are things like unquestionably, evidently, clearly, undoubtedly, undeniably, decidedly, and words like always, must, shall, and will. Tip number 2 is use hard data. This means numbers. Numbers are important because they're objective, factual, reliable, quantitative. They're important because they come from research, survey, monitoring and evaluation, or some kind of critical analysis. So they're not made up, they're not a guesstimate. This makes them and you trustworthy, which aids your argument or case for funding. Hard data is also a persuasive writing technique. This means it will lift the calibre and the quality of your grant application. So use hard data to prove, illustrate, quantify or clarify a point. Use it to compare, contrast, and calculate or illustrate. But whatever you use in terms of numbers, and whether it's internal data or external data, whether it's your own or someone else's, make sure you reference it. Tip number 3 is sort out your key messaging. Key messaging refers to how an organisation talks about its reason for being and its value. Key messaging is an approved set of messages used to communicate with a target audience. In terms of approved, the trick here is pre-approved. So the absolute worst possible time to be developing key messaging for grant applications is while you're trying to write one. It will slow you down, it will take the focus off your project, and it will cause angst. So get your key messaging down on paper, and you need it in 3 formats: 100 words, 150 words, and 250 words. You will use this multiple times in multiple applications. Documented and pre-approved keeps you consistent and on brand. In regard to target audience, you're communicating with funders, so your grant's key messaging must be specifically tailored to this audience. That means it should look different to your key messaging for partners, donors and members. So the 3 tips are: upskill yourself in persuasive writing techniques, use hard data, and sort out your key messaging. If this video has been helpful, click the link below to stay in touch. Please also subscribe, like, or